Oh my god. My speaker's right here.
Oh, hell no. What the? What? Hell no.
Floor.
A CCTV recording from an unidentified sleep lab captures events that occurred during a sleep apnea test, while a co-worker was monitoring a widowed female patient, according to Alex.
I'm going to start recording. Oh my god. I see it. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Yes. It's gone now.
The lines at the bottom of the screen show that the woman stopped breathing while she was asleep. Shortly after, a strange pale figure appears to reach out and wake her, and she then begins breathing again. Alex believes this figure could be the patient's deceased husband, still watching over her from beyond the grave. But what do you think this eerie pale shape really is? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. A TikTok user called Haunted House 84 shared a clip that quickly lives up to the name. It begins with the homeowner upstairs when strange noises suddenly come from the kitchen below. The sounds are immediately unsettling, especially since no one else should be in the house, creating an instant sense of dread.
Hello?
Despite everything, the uploader manages to stay calm and goes downstairs to check it out. The moment he steps into the kitchen, the noises abruptly stop, and that's when he sees something unsettling.
I did not leave the light on.
A bunch of cabinets are left wide open as someone tore through the kitchen in a hurry. He pans the camera around to show how bad it is, and just when it feels like nothing else is going to happen, something totally unexpected does.
Stuff on the floor. Oh. Oh. Oh.
A utensil suddenly shoots out of a drawer, causing the uploader to shout and back away as the noises start up again upstairs, almost as if something is reacting to him. So what do you think is really going on here? A setup or something else? Oscar the cat was adopted by the Steer House nursing home in Rhode Island as a kitten, along with 5 other cats. The plan was for the 6 cats to offer companionship and comfort to the residents. However, staff members quickly realized that Oscar behaved differently and wasn't as friendly as the other cats.
Oscar is not always the friendliest cat. He's not friendly to, he can be bribed like many animals, but he is not a cat that will spend quality time with residents on the wall.
However, the staff began to notice that Oscar showed a special interest in certain patients. He would enter the rooms of specific residents and lie down at the foot of their beds. Within 2 to 4 hours, those patients would pass away. After the person had died, Oscar would quietly leave the room, just as calmly as he had come in.
Only go and stay with patients that are about to leave rooms, for example, when patients are not close, even though we might perceive them to be.
If Oscar was taken out of a patient's room and the door was closed, he would walk back and forth outside, meowing until he was allowed back in.
And Oscar will frantically pace outside the closed door, which that is really something to see.
He's been pretty accurate. I know actually of no event where he wasn't at the bedside.
Oscar the cat's remarkable ability to sense when patients were nearing death was documented in 2007 in a medical journal after he had correctly predicted the deaths of more than 25 patients. Since that article was published, Oscar has gone on to foresee the passing of over 100 patients. This raises the big question: how does he do it? Is it extrasensory perception, a supernatural gift, or something truly paranormal? Sophie says her friend Laura filmed this inside an abandoned railway tunnel in Hassel, Germany. The tunnel was built in 1890 and was heavily used by German troops during World War II. While on a weekend trip, Laura decided to explore the old historic tunnel. Check it out. A pale, thin shape can be seen rising from the tracks in front of Laura, resembling a narrow arm that reaches upward. Laura catches a glimpse of the unsettling figure and immediately turns around and runs away. What could it be? A girl named Maddie was home alone, making a funny video, when she suddenly heard something that totally creeped her out.
What the is that? Oh my god. What's that? My speaker's right here. My speaker's right here. What the Am I schizophrenic? Dude, someone just talked behind me. I just heard myself echo.
A strange, muffled voice can be heard saying something that sounds like, "Let me in." Although it's difficult to clearly understand the words, whatever it was scared Maddie so much that she left the house for a while before coming back. So the question remains, did Maddie actually capture something paranormal, or was it all just an elaborate hoax? Pete was inside the house getting ready for bed when he saw his wife standing still in the yard, looking up at the full moon. He grabbed his phone and went outside to stand with her, and for a short time, they quietly enjoyed the clear, calm night. Then, a strange siren-like sound came from far across the fields, breaking the silence. They both froze, listening, unsure what could make a sound that unnatural.
You getting some fresh air?
Look at the moon.
Oh, yeah.
Can you see it?
Yeah, you kind of can come up.
It's gonna be like a full moon soon. What?
I sound pretty far on.
It's been a couple quiet nights though.
The sound came again, long and twisted, like an animal call that didn't feel right. Some people later said it was a fox, but Pete and his wife didn't believe that because the sound changed in pitch and direction, as if something was moving in the dark. The next day, they went for a walk in the woods, and everything felt calm until Pete suddenly stopped and said he heard something nearby, which the camera also picked up.
This is our idea of a date night. I'm just walking through the woods.
Very grateful.
I mean, I'm trying to record and walk at the same time. What?
You hear that?
No.
Listen.
Is that footsteps? Do you see anything?
No.
Soft footsteps crunch through the leaves just a few yards behind them, but when they turn around, nothing is there. They freeze on the trail, trying to understand who or what made the sound. Then, the same strange siren-like noise from the night before echoes through the forest.
It'd be harder to move through and keep quiet with all the leaves on the ground, though.
I know. When it snows, it might be easier to walk around out here.
Yeah.
Can we go home? What the fuck is this?
Ash, come here.
What? What is it?
Yeah, this is...
Pete, look at this.
Follow them? What does that mean?
I don't know, but we should really get out of here.
What?
You gotta get going.
Later, as they moved farther into the woods, they suddenly stopped after finding branches arranged on the ground around a wooden cross. A short distance away, more branches had been placed to form words. Before they could make sense of it, the siren sound returned, louder and much closer. Pete spoke nervously while the camera shook, and Ashley turned to search the area, but nothing moved. When the sound came back sharper and more intense, they ran and didn't stop until they were safely home with the doors locked. Ashley later said the fear never faded, but her curiosity was stronger, and that night she went back alone with only her phone and a flashlight, feeling the woods turn cold and heavy as soon as she entered. As Ashley went deeper into the woods, the siren sound returned with its long, unnatural tone. She scanned the trees with her flashlight when she saw a quick, human-shaped movement between them. She froze and whispered Pete's name, and the sound grew louder. Then she saw another flash, glowing orange and much closer, and ran without looking back, stopping only when she reached her house. After that night, she said she would never go into the woods alone again, believing something was still out there. A worried mother posted a video after dealing with unsettling activity in her home for several weeks. She hears noises from her baby's room at night, but finds nothing when she checks. Even so, she notices items being moved, like toys shifted or a pacifier on the floor. Her partner doesn't believe her and thinks she's just exhausted, so she installs a motion-detecting baby monitor. One night, she receives an alert from the nursery, and what she sees leaves her shaken. A figure shows up on the screen, reaching toward the baby and taking something. After she shared the video online, people had different ideas about what it could be. Some think it was an intruder, though no one knows how they vanished so fast. Others believe it was a ghost, possibly a deceased relative, though why it took the pacifier is unclear. Whatever it was, seeing something like that near a baby is every parent's worst fear. The Hill House in Mineral Wells, Texas, is considered one of the most haunted places in the United States, and given its 125-year history filled with dark events, that reputation isn't surprising. The building once housed illegal gambling, bootlegging, and even a brothel, and later functioned as a makeshift hospital for more than 50 years. It's said that at least 9 people died there and still haunt the property, including a violent spirit known by the owners as Dr. Yeager. One night in late September, a group of friends and family rented the house mostly for fun, many of them skeptics hoping to prove it wasn't really haunted. However, things quickly took a turn when a visitor named Victoria lay down on a bed and jokingly taunted the spirit of Dr. Yeager, an action that did not end well.
As you can see, she was yanked off the bed. This was not a fall. And then they ran out. We're going to rewind that and we're going to show you in regular screen.
Something suddenly yanks Victoria right off the bed, and her friends freak out as it's all caught on the security cameras. Everyone runs, and one guy is so shaken he drops his phone and leaves it behind. About an hour later, around 3 a.m., a guy named Drew goes into the same room and starts taunting the ghost, calling it a coward and daring it to go after him instead.
Same room. Look at the guy in the white hat right here, guys. Follow him.
Before I can even finish my sentence, I'm in the air.
All right, we're going to pull it back. Did you see he got pushed?
Drew is suddenly shoved by something unseen and nearly crashes into his friends as he bolts out of the room. Later, he went on record saying he would never step foot inside the Hill House again. Things get even stranger as they run out, when the door slams shut behind them, and the doorknob can clearly be seen moving as if someone pulled it. So, do you think the Hill House really is one of the most haunted places on Earth? Late one night, security cameras at a temple in Thailand captured something unsettling. At first, it looked like a small child running and playing happily in the courtyard. What made it strange was that the child appeared completely alone, with no adults around, in the middle of the night. At first, the child's actions seem normal, but everything changes when he runs up the stairs. He passes straight through a gate as if it isn't there. When temple staff reviewed the footage, they first thought it was a lost child, until they noticed that moment. Watching more closely, they saw that his movements were unnaturally fast, his body seemed weightless, and his shadow didn't match the lighting. Some believe it could be the spirit of a child, while others think it may be a leftover trace from the past. In El Salvador, at a cemetery where Henry Bex was live streaming on his TikTok channel during the early morning hours, he walked cautiously between graves and crumbling structures, illuminating the path with his flashlight. Suddenly, his camera picked up something so bizarre that it stopped him dead in his tracks.
Mío, Señor Jesucristo. La sangre de Cristo tiene poder, me protege de todo mal. Huevo, raza. Esto está feo. Allá está parada todavía, ve. Y me está viendo en dos patas, ve. Allá está, ve. Y me sigue viendo, raza. Raza, me sigue viendo en dos patas. No mames. Allá está, ve. Miren, ve. Miren, ve, en dos patas, ve. Como que está bailando, ve. Ese es un demonio, raza. No mames, ese es un demonio. Oh, la bestia. Grábenlo, grábenlo, grábenlo. Vean, raza. Mírenle. Mírenlo, raza. Dios. Miren, 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 miren. Miren cómo baila. Vean. Dios. Miren, raza, está parada en dos patas, ve. Vean, 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 vean. Miren cómo le hace, ve. Miren cómo le hace, ve. Dios. Miren. A la madre, miren, raza. No mames. Ay, este calofrío me dio, güey. Ay, Dios mío. Ya se bajó, ya se bajó. Miren, se bajó, se bajó, se bajó. Miren, 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 miren. Se bajó, miren. Miren, se bajó, miren. Dios, raza. Dios. Miren, miren, miren. Ya no está parada, miren. Miren, 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 miren.
What appears in the footage is not only unsettling, but genuine. Spotting a white goat in a place as dark and ominous as an abandoned cemetery is unsettling enough on its own, but the behavior is what truly stands out. The animal is seen standing fully upright on its hind legs. According to Henry, it even takes a few steps, almost as if it's dancing. Moments later, it drops back down onto all fours, acting as though nothing unusual occurred. While goats are known to stand on their hind legs to reach food or higher branches, that explanation doesn't fit here. The animal is positioned beside a small pond in a wide open area. No trees, no bushes, nothing that would explain such a stance. What do you think? Was this just ordinary animal behavior, or was there something else lurking in that cemetery? A couple moved into an Airbnb without realizing it was allegedly haunted, and strange events began almost immediately. They heard whispers, saw objects move on their own, felt cold spots shift between rooms, and often heard footsteps coming from the basement despite no one being there. The incident that pushed them to start documenting everything happened on October 23rd around 6:10 p.m. when the wife and their dog, Vito, were downstairs and both suddenly froze after hearing movement upstairs. Vito ran up the stairs, but the moment he reached the top, he abruptly recoiled as if confronted by something unseen that clearly didn't belong there.
Vito, come on back, buddy. Come on.
The couple's dog refuses to go upstairs, clearly disturbed by something unseen. While the husband is worn down by the activity, the wife stays calm, saying she's experienced similar things since her mother's death. This has led some to believe the presence may be attached to her rather than the Airbnb, especially since the disturbances continued even after they moved.
Okay, if you have anything to tell us, we're listening. We heard you. What do you have to say?
She caught an unexplained voice on camera while out walking her dog with her husband. Some viewers urged her to ignore it, but she believes not every spirit is dangerous and thinks some simply want to be noticed.
So we're open to communication. There's been stuff happening on the property in our other building and earlier today. So this is the time to talk if you have anything you want to say to us. You're getting tons of orbs.
And it's right where you said, like right here. Are you?
Tell us your story. We're open to hear. And we're not judgmental. You can tell us anything.
This time, she couldn't clearly understand what the voice was saying, so she shared the clip online. Most listeners heard the same thing, a faint whisper saying the name Maisie. Unlike previous recordings that were unclear or distorted, this was the first time a word came through clearly. Whether Maisie is the name of the spirit, someone from the wife's past, or something else entirely remains unknown, and the couple continues searching for answers about the presence that seems to have followed them from one home to another. On December 8, 2025, a man named Steven recorded a terrifying video in his bedroom that has left him extremely worried about his daughter's safety, since she often plays there alone. His concern started after he was alone in the room one day and captured this unsettling footage. The door slowly swings open a bit, pauses, then the lights suddenly turn off and the door slams shut on its own. It got even creepier when he watched an old video of them playing in the room and saw something shocking he hadn't noticed before.
Okay. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. That one hurt. Okay, you want me to make buckets now?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna catch it.
Oh, you want to catch it and then put it?
Okay.
Okay. Oh. Yeah. Yay! Yeah! You want the small one?
Yeah.
There you go. Oh, oh.
This is too
Sorry.
small.
It's too small, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, you got it. No, almost. I mean, you hit SpongeBob, though. Yay! Last one. 3, 1.
No! You should say 3.
Huh? 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
You should say 3, 2, 1, go!
3, 2, 1, go. In the basket. In the basket.
Go again.
Okay.
A blind slat opens and closes on its own twice, even though it's on the second floor where no one could be.
I didn't understand what was going on because the only way you can move the blinds is if you're inside the room. There's no possible way. There's no possible way that someone can move the blinds from the outside of the room. There's no possible way somebody can just come up here and move the blinds from the inside.
Stephen also saw something unsettling on the bedroom security camera footage from that exact moment.
I just want to bring up security footage, POV from when it happened. I'm just gonna zoom in and you just tell me what you see.
Oh, you got it.
There are no fingers. There are no fingers in the middle of this. Nobody's moving the blinds.
Because the room is on the second floor and the blinds are inside, along with everything else that happened, Stephen can't explain it and is now convinced something paranormal might be going on. But without further updates, the truth remains uncertain. This video was released by the mayor of Armenia, Colombia, Jose Manuel Rios himself. In the footage, a security guard claims he saw a male figure walking down the stairs inside the mayor's office. When he follows the man, the figure suddenly disappears without a trace. The CCTV then shows the guard searching the area, but moments later, the situation takes a terrifying turn. In the footage, the security guard is seen cautiously scanning the area, looking confused and uneasy. Without warning, an invisible force appears to attack him, hurling him into a nearby banner, and he panics as he looks around with no attacker in sight. He is struck again moments later, prompting 2 other guards to rush in and assist him. The mayor of Armenia later said that a bishop and other religious leaders would bless the offices and bring God's protection to the entire building. Given that it seems unlikely the mayor would release a fake paranormal video, the question remains, what do you think really happened to the security guard? In November 2025, a woman named Hannah Berlin posted a TikTok video showing her walking through her mother's workplace, where she unexpectedly encounters something frightening. The reason for her presence is unclear, but as she moves through the room, she suddenly notices something directly in front of her and immediately freezes, turning the brief clip into a tense and unsettling moment. A nearby doll suddenly moves on its own, and Hannah immediately runs out in panic before the video ends. While it could have been staged, the possibility that she was alone makes the moment far more unsettling. The question remains whether someone unseen caused it, or if the incident points to something genuinely paranormal. The video, recorded by an employee named Cameron at a restaurant in Arizona, captures a strange incident in the storage room. Late at night, while the staff were attending to customers at the front, something alarming occurred in the back, first noticed by Cameron.
In the till this morning, look at that.
Oh, what?
Right there. No, wait, it gets better. It gets better. That's not it. It gets better. Look up here.
What is that?
Right there.
Oh!
Yeah.
What?
Are you serious, bro?
Yeah. Remember the bar this morning, Susie?
Yes.
I showed you that demon rabbit from hell. No, wait. Look. Is that a face right there, guys?
No.
No, look. Oh my gosh.
It literally.
Watch it. Get your eyes on it. See?
Ew!
See? I told you.
Dude, that's scary.
I know,
It's literally
right?
gone.
I think it's pretty cool, actually.
A creepy pale face with large black eyes appears in the fridge's reflection, staring and moving. It then turns toward the camera and suddenly fades away as if it were never there. A few months earlier, another incident occurred during closing hours. A staff member noticed the back emergency exit was open and cautiously approached it, staying alert for intruders when something undeniably terrifying happened. What looks like a hand or a large finger suddenly appears and taps the worker on the shoulder, startling him and causing him to run away. Because of the security camera's low resolution, it's hard to identify what it is. On another night, a staff member noticed what seemed to be someone's reflection in the fridge, but no one was there, so he tried to catch it again.
Bro. Am I tripping? What is that? Nah, man. Nah, bro.
While watching the fridge reflection and possibly seeing the same face as before, a cabinet door suddenly flies open near his face. This isn't the only strange occurrence. There have been multiple reports of objects falling on their own and other unexplained events. What could be haunting this restaurant? Share your thoughts in the comments. The video was recorded by two night workers heading home from a job when they saw a man walking along a completely dark road, which confused them.
Ahí viene.
Está bien, oiga. No puedo creerlo. Chango, qué miedo.
They shine a light on him and try to talk to him, but he keeps staring into the darkness and slowly walks farther up the mountain. By that point, both men are deeply unsettled.
¿Cómo va a ver el señor si no se ve absolutamente nada? Mira, apaga las luces. Nada. Chango. Vamos a regresar, mi chango, mejor. Ahí va, loco. Ese viejito está mal, chango.
They drove back to check again and saw the man was still walking up the road in complete darkness. To this day, they don't know what was happening and believe he was either unwell or that something strange was going on. A family reached out to paranormal investigators after years of unexplained activity. They believe both their home and the surrounding woods are haunted, reporting sightings of shadow figures, a man in a hat, and a woman in white. Their children said they spoke to a figure in their doorway, and the mother said the basement felt especially frightening. The team began investigating with various tools and claimed they learned the presence was a young girl whose death happened in the woods, not the house. One investigator later went into the woods alone, where he discovered an old car from the 1930s, sensed a presence, and got lost.
So right over here, he's got his mom's ashes. Anyone inside the house? We are here tonight. Kathy, is that you? Can you go over and stand by the bell? So we can see you.
Bedroom.
It's definitely colder in here. If you just set off the alarm, can you come stand next to Sean for me?
Dude, something just touched my hand. Holy.
I heard something hit the bed. I mean, this room's definitely colder. Oh. The bell keeps going off by the
Okay, so right now the bell keeps going off right beside the ashes.
Can you try to do something to acknowledge that you're inside this house with us? Earlier you hit something in the kitchen. Can you do that again for us? I mean, those handprints are definitely the size of a kid. Are these your handprints on the wall here?
Following you.
It's twice it said following you. But we want to find out why you're here and if we can help you. We're trying to help this family. Do you remember who hurt you? Who abused you? Are you upstairs walking? I think what I'll do is I'll go to the woods. I'll send Rocky in here. Sean's not feeling good, so he will probably set out the rest of the investigation.
Locked. Give it to me.
Yes.
It's what we want.
Kathy, are you here inside this house? What is in the woods? Why are you inside this house? I'm gonna get ready to head back to the back bedrooms. Whoever is setting the bell off, can you walk over there and set that bell off for me again? No freaking way. Thank you. Are you the same person I was talking to downstairs? If you tap that once for yes, twice for no, okay? Are you upset? Kathy, is there something dangerous inside this house? Is there something dangerous outside in the woods?
I am to your right.
I am to your right. Is it safe for me to go to the woods by myself? Nope. Are you going to go to the woods with me?
Get out of here.
Get out of here. Hello. Oh. I swear it sounds like footsteps. Who do they see in the woods? Right there. Can you come closer? Why did you tell me to come back here? I remember which way I came in. Damn it. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm officially lost.
Hello? Huh?
The spirit responded to every question through the bell, which made it seem like the girl was trying to share her story so she could finally be at peace. But was this truly a lost spirit seeking peace, or were the answers coming from something else entirely? Sabia EL shared a video of herself quietly walking through her house, slowly filming each room as strange activity began to happen. Lights start flashing on and off behind a closed door, then suddenly stop. Sabia opens the door and looks into the hallway, but finds no one there. That's when something far more disturbing happens.
Oh.
Ik durf echt niet.
Looking closely at the footage, a dark figure can be seen in the shadows, which causes Sabia to panic before the video cuts off. While flickering lights can be explained by electrical issues, the shape behind the door is harder to dismiss since it looks clear and seems to move. Some think it could have been staged, but if not, it may be one of the most unsettling moments recorded in her home. A woman named Sarah from the UK was staying alone in a hotel in the Lake District when she noticed something strange. While recording herself in the bathroom, doing her skincare and fixing her hair, she heard an unusual sound in the background. It started faint but kept going, and the eerie noise made her feel uneasy, like something was watching from nearby. After hearing a whisper outside her hotel room door, Sarah panicked and feared someone was in the hallway. She called hotel staff, telling them she was alone and scared and asking them to check who was outside. Thinking help had arrived, she made the mistake of opening the door herself.
Hello? Hello?
When she opened the door, a wet, gurgling sound echoed in the hallway, but no one was there. As she stood in the doorway, something suddenly knocked on the door in front of her. Sarah later said more strange things happened during her stay, including unexplained noises and door movements, which made her believe the room was affected by something paranormal and possibly haunted.
The person I was working with, he says, I'm going to walk you to your room. He opens the door straight away for no reason whatsoever. He just says, I feel like
we should change rooms. Just something off about it. It didn't have a nice vibe. And I had one of those like sticky phone cases, like, you know, the ones that you put in the back, and I had my phone against the mirror, and I heard this massive thud. Like the thud was so loud that it knocked my phone off of the mirror. Just thought maybe it's like somebody in the hallway with a door. Maybe they've like slammed something and that's what's caused the vibration. Stick my phone back up. And I hear another loud bang, and it actually physically makes me jump. And I think that is included in the video if you go back and watch it. Like I physically jump. And I'm like, what the hell is that? Because it sounded like somebody like had opened the door in my room. That's how loud it was. So I leave the bathroom and I go and look around the room and I can't see anything. And then I just decide randomly to open the cupboard, and I'd already hung up all my outfits for the next day. Every single outfit, like I had a blazer and had a dress, pair of jeans, whatever. They were all on the floor. This is the weird thing. The rail that holds the clothes, that was still up. So it wasn't like I'd hung something that was too heavy and the rail itself had fallen down. That was still perfectly in place. But these 3 hangers, they were all now on the floor. It sounds like somebody is trying to get into my room. So at this point, I'm thinking, okay, I don't think a member of staff would be doing that. So I call down again and they confirmed that no, they actually haven't even sent somebody up to check just yet. I start to pack up all of my stuff, and whilst I'm doing that, I go into the main like bedroom area and I'm on the phone to one of my friends. Whilst I'm on the phone to her, the lights go on.
So the question remains, was the hotel room actually haunted, or was there another reason for what Sarah experienced? No clear answer is known. An old community building in the United States, built in the 20th century and once used for events and gatherings, is said to be haunted. A security guard who has worked there for years says the building feels normal during the day, but becomes very active at night, with strange noises and doors opening on their own. Visitors later recorded doors slowly opening and closing, while security footage showed doors moving more forcefully and coats swinging without explanation. In another clip, someone walking through the halls captured hissing sounds and unexplained voices in the background. Take a look.
Hello. Dile que cierre. Cierra la puerta, por favor. Ciérrala. ¿Y cómo no lo hace ahorita? Si ahorita ya no lo hace, ve. Ahorita está. Que sabe que están grabando. ¿Viste cómo se cerró así? Y lo hizo 2 veces a propósito. Sí se corre como un viento o algo así. Can you open and shut the door again? No creo que nos vas a asustar. No, porque le estamos grabando, capaz. Dígale que cierre. Ciérrale. Pero en inglés, en inglés. ¿Qué necesitas? Can you open and shut the door again? Ahí va abriendo. Ahí va abriendo. Ahí va abriendo. Ahorita lo va a cerrar. Ciérrala, por favor. Please, can you please close the door? Estos locos. ¿Qué? ¿O será porque estoy aquí? Ahí está. Can you please shut the door? Está vendiendo. ¿Será porque estoy aquí? Do you want us to leave? Ahí estabas cuando se cerró. Do you want us to leave? Close the door. Ah. Oh. Que si quiere que nos vayamos, que cierre la puerta. ¿Necesitas ayuda o qué? ¿Qué necesitas? Thank you. Hola. Sí, dice que nos quiere que nos vaya. ¿Que nos vayamos? A ver, que si, dile si, que abras y que nos vamos. Si alright, so to confirm again, can you open it and close it just to make sure that we know that you want us to go? Y nos vamos ahí. Can you open it? Ahí va, ahí va. Alright. Can you close it? Can you close it? Para irnos. Can you close it so we can go? Yeah. Uy,
and what time was this?
This was about 12:20.
Did you see something on the door?
I've been trying to look. I thought the door pushed a little bit, then pushed.
I thought I saw somebody right there. Hold on. Or it could have been the light reflection. Alright, this is 1 o'clock a.m. As you can tell, it's 1 a.m. Look at those hangers. Look at them. Just look at them. At 1 a.m. They stop. This is beautiful. That's beautiful.
What's really going on inside this place after dark? Is it just an old building settling, or is something unseen still roaming its halls? This TikTok posted by Bearded Trucker 1984 is particularly disturbing. He explains that while working in the house, he heard repeated noises from upstairs, even though no one else was present. After his co-workers doubted his story, he decided to film the house the next day, clearly showing that he was completely alone.
Body. See? Now who the hell's crazy now? Did you hear that thump? See, I'm here by myself. What the hell? See, nobody's here. What the hell was that? I'm losing my damn mind. Alright, well now I have proof.
Throughout the video, dull knocking sounds can be heard coming from various areas of the house. Since the uploader has already shown that the home is empty, each sound feels increasingly unsettling, creating the impression that something is moving just out of sight. While these noises could be explained by normal structural causes, such as settling materials or temperature changes, their repeated and consistent nature makes them difficult to dismiss. According to the uploader, no clear explanation has been found, leaving the cause of the sounds unresolved. A father took his 2 children to a play area and filmed them enjoying the slide. At the time, nothing seemed unusual, just a normal family video. Later that evening, when he watched the footage again, he noticed something unsettling that chilled him.
Go! Come on! Come on, go! Come on! I've seen this before in the game.
When the video plays back, a strange voice can be heard in the background. The father says he didn't notice anything unusual at the time, and neither did his children. But as he watches more closely, he sees something unsettling. His daughter suddenly stops before going down the slide and stares off screen, as if she sees something adults can't. This happens at the exact moment the voice is heard calling for help. He has no explanation for the voice or his daughter's reaction, and now believes something else was there with them. A man named Francisco, who works at the Gallup Indian Medical Center, is used to a workplace known for quiet halls and unexplained activity at night. Staff have reported objects falling, doors closing on their own, and footsteps when no one is around. One evening around 5 p.m., while Francisco was completely alone, he began hearing strange noises and experienced something unsettling himself.
Just recording because I don't know who it could be or anyone's here. It's just me here. It's like 5 o'clock. And nobody's here and I'm the only one here ready to leave. Hello? 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 It's crazy because there's nobody here. Hello? 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 Where's it coming from? There's nobody. I don't know where that noise is coming from. Hello? Anybody?
Francisco searched the building, moving from hallway to hallway, but found no one. The knocking kept going, clear and deliberate. Some believe 3 knocks aren't human and could be a spirit trying to get attention or give a warning. Shaken, Francisco reported it to security, but when they checked the footage, no one else was there. Whatever caused the knocking seemed aware he was alone, leaving him with an unsettling question. If it happens again, should he ignore it, confront it, or walk away? The video was taken by a grandmother who lives by herself with her dog and 2 cats. According to her, something unseen in the house keeps disturbing her, suggesting she isn't as alone as she seems.
В зеркале было отражение чего-то не очень непонятного. На видео, я вам всем докажу.
Paulina says that the night before, she recorded something appearing in her bedroom in the same spot it often shows up near the mirror. She's been trying to capture it on video because her family believes she's imagining things due to her age. After seeing the footage, they're no longer so sure that's the case.
Уходи отсюда. Я тебя не боюсь. Уходи отсюда. Уходи из моего дома. Уходи. Я тебя не боюсь. Уходи отсюда. Уходи отсюда. Я тебя не боюсь. Уходи. Уходи, я сказала. Уходи отсюда. Уходи. Я тебя не боюсь.
Paulina began to realize that what she saw couldn't be easily explained. A hanging decoration under her light started moving on its own, not just swinging, but bending upward in a strange way that air or a breeze couldn't cause. What happened that night remains unclear, but it was unsettling to witness. Later, she decided to record again after believing she saw the same shape hiding inside her chimney. A shape that looks like a head suddenly appears inside the chimney, and the most unsettling part is that it shows up right as Paulina moves closer, as if it noticed her. She is clearly shaken by this. When she later returns to check the chimney again, whatever she saw before is gone. Paulina hasn't shared any new footage since, but whether it was something paranormal or not, the clips are disturbing. A Ring camera owner shared footage from a camera placed near the front door, watching the driveway and yard. One quiet morning, the motion sensor was triggered and captured something strange. A small white figure appeared from behind a tree and moved across the yard in a smooth, unnatural way. As it passed, the motion light turned on, and the figure instantly disappeared. The homeowner watched the video many times but couldn't find any person or explanation for the glowing shape, leaving people unsure of what the camera actually recorded. A bus driver shared an experience from early one morning before his shift began. Claudio said the bus bell suddenly rang, signaling passengers boarding, even though he wasn't supposed to be picking anyone up yet. When he checked the rearview mirror, he noticed something strange.
Oh, Lena! No, la tengo grabada, la concha de la luna la tengo grabada. Encima nació una mierda, boludo. Pero lo tengo grabado. Lo tengo grabado. Yo no sé usted, pero acá grabando veo a alguien sentado allá de fondo. Pero miro para atrás y no hay nadie. Foto. Mirá. La piel de gallina, No me va a querer asustar acá, ¿no? ¿Eh? La concha de tu madre. No sea malo. No sea malo, no sea mala. No sé, pero... No podés, no podés, no podés. No. Esto es algo único, loco. Posta que tengo un recagazo. Y de acá, del celular yo veo como a alguien, pero del espejo no veo a nadie.
A dark shadow appears to be sitting in one of the back seats of the bus. Claudio said he was completely alone and hadn't picked up any passengers yet, which led him to believe it may have been something paranormal, possibly a passenger from the afterlife riding along with him that morning. While exploring a deserted building, often likened to the backrooms, the creator behind the Reddit account Big Significance, 242, began filming in search of unsettling footage. Not long after, he heard footsteps that clearly were not his own, and an intense feeling of fear set in moments before he recorded something deeply disturbing. At first, the footage seems hard to judge. The stairwells and hallways look real, but the woman in the video appears unnatural and almost threatening. So who or what was she, and why was she there? This footage was recorded on a man's indoor security camera, and what he later noticed in the video continues to deeply unsettle him every time he replays it.
You want to see something weird? I have the blink camera and the poltergeist static. Now I know that nobody is home. I check back on the footage and I see a light turn off downstairs. But there's nobody home. Nobody home. Nobody home. Very weird, but a very, very good capture. Check this out. I mean, people could be like, oh, well, there was somebody down there. And I wouldn't post something like that, right? This is crazy.
The most disturbing detail is the clear sound of a light switch flipping on its own. While an intruder might seem possible, the homeowner has also experienced objects moving, items falling, and strange, unnatural laughter coming from the same room. Combined with the presence of unsettling dolls, these incidents make a normal explanation unlikely and suggest something unseen may be responsible. A Reddit user known as What Amy Said shared footage recorded late at night while she and a friend were walking and casually talking about everyday problems. The area they were in is known for reports of paranormal sightings, but Amy wasn't thinking about that and was focused on filming. That changes when something suddenly appears and makes her stop speaking.
Oh yay, I can make the same amount of money I made when I was out of high school, you know? Looks like there was a figure just standing right there. That's so crazy. I think it was my own shadow. That happens way too often.
A shadowy shape appears briefly in the bushes along the roadside, then disappears as if it was never there. Amy posted the video online, and people were split on what it showed. Some say it was only a distorted shadow caused by car lights, while others argue the figure looks too solid and fades unnaturally. Because of the area's history, many believe it was something paranormal that vanished once it was noticed. One of the most unsettling paranormal experiences is dealing with a mimic, an entity that copies the voices of people you know. In this case, a man named Antonio was home alone at night when he began hearing a strange voice calling out, "Mommy." He started recording, and the voice became clearer and more persistent. Days later, the activity escalated as unexplained sounds echoed through the house, like footsteps he couldn't trace, and his electricity began malfunctioning. Whatever was in his home seemed to know how to get his attention and wouldn't stop.
Aquí. ¿Qué? ¿Quién es? ¿Ven a dónde? ¿Aquí dónde? ¿Quién es? Pero ella se fue a mí. ¿Quién es? Galilea se fue con mami. Bueno, señores, aparte de todas las cosas raras que pasan en esta casa, y eso no es lo único. Mira, o sea, esto tapa la ventana para que no se vea de afuera para adentro, porque allá afuera lo que hay es un monte, o sea, pila de árbol y vaina. Pues la ventana está rota justamente a la medida de 2 ojos para que alguien esté mirando por ahí, brechándome, y yo aquí con el culito afuera. Entonces, la ventana está rota. La ventana está rota. El bombillo pestañea mucho. Sigan viendo. O sea, un sinnúmero de cosas que pasan aquí, que si yo no fuese un sinvergüenza, yo no dormiría hoy fácilmente. Pero como ya yo no tengo vergüenza ni nada, ya yo no le hago caso a nada de eso. Pero mira, son muchas cosas que pasan aquí. Ay. Yo te estoy diciendo a ti, que tú pones una vaina del diablo, Bombillo, prende bombillo. Ay, Virgen de la Alta Gracia.
So, what was copying those voices inside his home? Was it a mimic trying to lure him in, or is there another explanation for what he heard that night? Brandown posted a video of his father explaining that after using an Ouija board as a teenager, a dark presence has stayed with him. In the recording, his father sounds frightened, breathing hard as slow, dragging noises are heard outside the bedroom, as if something unseen is approaching. The moment feels tense, like a past haunting has come back.
¡Ay, cabrón! No manches. ¿Qué era eso? No. Ay, no manches. No. Ay, no.
He puts on his slippers and nervously walks to the bedroom door. When he opens it, the hallway looks dark and distorted, stretched unnaturally. As he looks out, he gasps when a pale face briefly appears around the corner, then vanishes as he rushes forward. Finding nothing there, he turns to go back, but the door suddenly slams shut in front of him, and the video cuts off. Brandown later said his father was shaken, but not hurt, and believed the presence had revealed itself. And since then, he refuses to sleep in that room, saying it still feels wrong. A Reddit user shared footage they believe shows a ghost, said to come from a family friend. While away on a trip, a detective left his baby monitor running and started getting motion alerts from his daughter's room. When he checked the feed, he saw what looked like a young girl's face staring at the camera, even though his daughter was with him and no one should have been inside the house. He called a friend to check the property, but every room was empty. The image remained saved in the monitor's records, showing something had triggered it. The experience disturbed the detective so much that he moved his family out, and even a known skeptic who saw the image was unsettled. Some believe it was a trick of light and shadows, while others are convinced it was something paranormal. Alexis works overnight at a movie theater in Mexicali, Mexico. Around 3 a.m., the building is supposed to be empty, but workers say strange things happen after closing, including hearing a woman crying and seeing figures in the halls. Most staff won't work alone that late, but Alexis takes the shift for extra money. One night, he live streams while cleaning to show the stories aren't true, but what he records ends up terrifying him instead.
Se apaga la luz, pero a la madre. ¿Oyeron? No, se escuchó un grito. ¡A la bestia! Güey, ¿qué pedo? Ya me voy. Ya se prendió, mira, ya me voy. Verga. Qué Si estoy solo. Yo salí del baño y andaba para allá. Y allá es donde se me va a hacer. Vete a la... ¿Se escuchan? La puerta. Ay, no va a pasar. Me volvieron a apagar la luz. No, ya me voy. Ya me voy. Pero lo que querían saber era ya. Ya me voy. A ver.
While he was live streaming in the lower corridor, the theater lights suddenly went out. When the emergency lighting kicked in, the sound of a woman crying filled the empty hallways. As Alexis slowly moved forward, the crying became louder. When he aimed his camera toward the pillars, a figure briefly appeared, watching him. Records show a woman died in the building in 1987, in the same hallway where he filmed. The next day, Alexis quit and never returned. A woman named Kira Ashley was alone in the building where she works when she saw a door moving on its own. She started recording in case it happened again, and the door continued to move and even slammed shut. The incident was caught on video and was one of the scariest experiences she's had. Take a look.
I don't know if you can see it on the camera. I'm just walking this way to go in there, and when I get to right about here, that door just closes on me. Just barely misses me. Thank you for leaving it open a little bit.
People in her comments offered far-fetched explanations to avoid calling it paranormal, with some suggesting the floor might be uneven. What do you think about that? On November 28, 2025, a man named Yoel went through a disturbing experience after purchasing an unusual toy from an old marketplace. Not long after bringing it home, strange activity began. One night around 3 a.m., he was startled awake by loud, unnatural noises and started recording on his phone.
O sea, son las 3 de la mañana, se siguen escuchando muchos ruidos allá afuera. Quieren abrir la puerta, Reza. ¿Qué está pasando? Ay, Dios mío. Ay, Dios mío, líbrame del mal. Desde que compré ese espejo, Raza. Ay.
Without warning, a table suddenly slides across the room, forcing him to rush back into his bedroom in panic. As he tries to calm down, eerie, low sounds begin coming from beneath his bed, and he starts recording.
Escucha que están rasguñando abajo de la cama. No hay nadie, Raza, a la madre. ¿Qué rollo? ¿Qué está pasando?
A human-like arm seems to reach out from under the bed, but when he looks, no one is there. A few nights later, around 1 a.m., the room light turns on by itself, and that's when he notices something again.
A la 1 de la mañana acaban de prender la luz de la sala. Desde que compré ese espejo están pasando todas las cosas raras. A la madre. ¿Qué fue eso? Eso se está saliendo de control ya.
A shadowy figure briefly leans out from around a corner and stares at him before fading away as he approaches. There's no evidence of anyone hiding, no noise, and no clear cause. It could be a warning about bringing strange or cursed items into the house, and hopefully, more information will come out soon. The footage comes from Boksburg, Gauteng, in South Africa, where a father noticed something disturbing in a photo his 3-year-old son accidentally took. The child was playing with the camera and took several selfies without realizing the front camera was on. As the father deleted the blurry photos, one image made him stop. Behind his son, partly hidden in shadow, was another face. He said only he and his son were home, and he didn't recognize the person. After sharing the photo online, people argued over it, with some saying it was just a camera error or blur, while others believed it was something paranormal. Many pointed out that the area is known for strange encounters and that children are often said to be more sensitive. The father still has no explanation for the face or why it appeared behind his son. The clip was shared on Instagram by Pendaki Gunung, who often posts videos from his hiking trips. This footage was recorded during a late-night walk through a wooded area with friends. While following a narrow trail deep in the forest, far from any known paths, they were talking when Pendaki suddenly stopped. His flashlight lit up something standing ahead on the trail, and they caught it on camera. In the flashlight beam, a pale figure stands on the path ahead, its white appearance sharply standing out against the dark forest. It doesn't move and just stares at them until Pendaki and his friends panic and run away. After the video was posted, viewers said the figure looked like a child, but its stillness felt unnatural. Some believe it was something paranormal, possibly tied to a past death in the area, while others think it could have been a prank. Pendaki's group says the area was completely isolated, and whatever they saw that night has no clear explanation. Just after midnight in the Philippines, Gian's household was thrown into panic. His wife clutched their child, clearly frightened, as a loud and aggressive noise broke the quiet of the night. Thinking someone might be outside, Gian went to check, but what he recorded turned out to be far more unsettling.
Ungo na may dire. Pantag tao lang ni patay ng buang lagi.
As he gets closer to where the noise is coming from, Gian sees his window shaking hard, even though no one is outside. Shaken by what's happening, he goes back into the house. After a short time, the shaking stops, and the family tries to calm down, but soon after, it starts all over again.
Awas na to. Bintana na mo. Wait, tao. Di mami. Flashlight na ba? Oh. Mami. Stop. Wait, tao. Ang manyang lugar ay. Sa mga giungok na kadiri. Giungok naman taning style. Lagi. Wala gid lagi. Tawag. Tawas na ito ah. Tawas na ko. Wag gid. Atay maning. Lira ba di kami? Kami, lukaray. Ikimjis, pag-yung guguan yung dribi, kabi naman namin.
Inside the house, the curtains and windows begin to rattle by themselves. When Gian steps outside again, he realizes it isn't just one room. Windows throughout the house are shaking at the same time. The activity went on for several nights and became so well known that a local TV news program reached out to him. Was this truly something supernatural, or could there be another reason behind what they experienced? A security guard in Indonesia shared footage that many believe shows something paranormal. After moving to a rural area to work night security at a park, locals warned him the land was haunted by a woman in white. He ignored it at first, but soon began hearing screams every night at the same time. He searched the area repeatedly, but never found anyone. Eventually, he set up a night vision camera aimed at where the sounds came from, and what it recorded left viewers unsettled.
Buat semua yang ada di sini, buat semua penunggu yang ada di sini, mendekatlah. Tunjukkan dirimu. Buat semua penunggu yang ada di sini, mendekatlah. Tunjukkan dirimu. Buat semua penunggu yang ada di sini, tiba-tiba nggak bisa gerak. Buat semua penunggu yang ada di sini, gerak sendiri. Ini kenapa ya? Buat semua penunggu yang ada di sini, tolong mendekat.
The video shows a dark, empty field with only trees visible. Suddenly, a white figure appears out of nowhere and then disappears just as quickly. After the footage was shared online, many viewers believed it showed a female spirit from Indonesian folklore, known for appearing in white and letting out terrifying screams. The guard says he still hears the screams every night, and knowing what causes them has not made it any less frightening. A man moves carefully through a narrow storage corridor, already visibly uneasy as he checks the space with his camera. He suddenly freezes when he notices a door that should be closed is slightly open, making the hallway feel immediately wrong. Even though he's alone, he slowly leans in to see what's behind it.
Se está abriendo esa puerta.
No hay nadie. Y por acá también se escucha ruido.
He notices the door shift slightly, creating a small gap, and pulls it open further, only to find nothing behind it. As soon as he turns away, the door slams shut on its own, followed by an unsettling noise echoing from the other side. The sound is strong enough to make it clear this isn't caused by a draft. Feeling threatened, he quickly but quietly moves down the hallway, repeatedly glancing back as if expecting the door to open again. The moment shows how quickly a situation can escalate when a location begins to react on its own. An investigator films himself during a paranormal investigation in an unknown location and treats the situation like a joke. While walking through the halls, he feels a presence and hears unexplained noises. Later, a campfire nearby tilts on its own with no wind, and a large piece of cardboard is suddenly thrown from an entryway. He sets his phone down, starts dancing, and openly provokes whatever is there by asking questions. The activity escalates when a wardrobe is thrown, and a glass shatters next to him. Yet he continues laughing as if he can handle it.
Hoy sí vengo decidido a abrir portal, ¿saben? A ver qué. Pero voy a tratar de ubicarme en el sitio donde estaba. Dios Padre, Hijo, Espíritu Santo. Dios Padre, Hijo, Espíritu Santo. Uy. ¡Eh, remolino! ¡Uy! ¡Ruido! Hola. Uy, marica. Cuando pasaba eso, pasaban los perritos, ¿no? ¿Hay alguien aquí? Gracias, Ximena. Gracias, Ximena. Te puede manifestar. Señora. Enfermera. Ay, 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 ay. Vamos, carechimba, manifieste pues. ¿Qué es esa vaina, parce? Ay, se me cayó algo. Ayúdame, please. Where are you? Fuck. Oh.
¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Me quieres atacar, carechimba? ¿Eres el que aparece?
Sí.
Digo que sí. Uy.
¿Es esto de la sala?
Dijo doctor, dijo esta es la sala. Uy.
Está ahí.
Ay. Me van a bullear. La verdad, yo creía después de eso con fuerza. ¿Fuerza no? ¿Cómo te llamas?
¿Por razón de qué?
¿A razón de qué? Pues no sé. ¿Ya va? Pues hágale, huevón. ¡Gonorrea!
Porque yo soy el único que está sufriendo acá afuera. Esto es una...
Listo, no, espere. Paz, pío.
Was this confidence, denial, or reckless behavior? Did he underestimate what he was dealing with? And could laughing in the face of it have made things worse? The abandoned house once belonged to an elderly couple who died years ago, leaving it closed off and forgotten. A paranormal investigator and his team had been exploring it for weeks, capturing unexplained sounds and objects moving on their own. This visit felt different from the start, with a tense atmosphere in the air. At first, the activity was minor, like a curtain moving or a frame shifting, but nothing aggressive. As time passed, the team felt the presence growing uneasy, as if it didn't want them there.
Băi, dăm ciuta. Băi, lasă-vă prostile, nu mai te plimbi. Băi, mă plimb în jurul tău. Dă-mă ciuta, lasă, dă ciuta omului. Te plimbi acum. Băi, mă duc să văd o leacă ce are. Eu intru să... Ce are scris pe ea, poate are scris pe ea 1743, că nebunesc. A, bule. Băi, oprește-ți, iau ciuta aia. N-a futut nația, măte. Na, dă-l jos. Dă-l jos, futu-ți rasa, măte, na. Ia cât ți-am luat ciuta, uite-o. Alin, cum e mâncată așa aia la fel. Hai! Na, ciuta, sărăcio, ho, oprește-te! Mâncați-aș pula ta... Doamne ferească, Dumnezeu! De la ciută... Na, bă, mă, paranormal. Măi, de la ciută faci așa. Na, mă, iar la spânzuri cu ciuta aia tragă în gura ta. Ai pus-o invers, mai, cu ciuta cu capul încolo, ai pus? A fost scoasă din poză. Ce-a făcut? Da. Am lipit-o și nu se mai poate deslipi. Dar leagă-te la cap cu ea, dar ce nervi așa pe tine, mă, fată? Ai pus ciuta cu capul încolo, băi. Vezi acum cine dă. Fai de pula mea. Dar păi noi trebuie să mai râdim ca să nu ne căcăm pe noi. Am uitat să mă uit de subte.
Vino mai la privare.
Hai că vin. Da, bune, am uitat să mă uit, mă, de... Ia uite, măi, na. Vezi, ghetul, mă, te poți să faci cât vrei. Nu, băi, pune. Dă-i tare, du-te, tragă în gura ta. Nu, te înjur, băi, dar nu-i de aur. Na.
Whenever one of them reached for something on the table, it would start shaking violently until it fell from their hands. It felt intentional, like a clear warning to leave those items alone. Even so, the investigators chose to stay, believing the presence wasn't trying to hurt them, only protect what it considered its own. Convinced the activity was intelligent and aware, they continued their investigation, determined to document solid proof of the haunting.
Să ne arunci prin grinzele astea, să ne rupă capul și la revedere. N-auziți mărit? Măr! Dă-te, mă-mi ba pula, mă, să gata, băi, haide, bă, sunt tine, plecăm acasă, mă. Măr. Lasă-mă dracu în pace. Am zis măr, măi, la mișto am zis. Doamne ferească, Dumnezeu. Reptilian, măi, ce ăsta? Tatilograf. Telegraph.
Every room responded as they stepped inside, as if the house itself were alive. The deeper they went, the stronger the paranormal activity became.
Uite, mă, MF-ul ăla nu mai face nimic, nu se mai...
Măr.
Uite, suntem cu telefonul la 2 metri de el.
Moartea în spectacol.
Ia, moartea în spectacol.
Mișcă la, da, asta o leagă.
M-am murit în război. Dă-te-mi fiul jos, mă, până în jos.
Abandonat.
Că m-am zis de MF că nu se mișcă, că nu s-a prins nicio lumină, l-o dat de tot jos. Măr!
De ce ai venit?
Nu vomită, ce face, mă, frate?
Să sub grumul, măi, cum așa face, cred că omul când se spânzură, dar nu că ăsta-i somnul. Eu n-am auzit niciodată.
This led to a chilling idea that whatever remained in the house was tied to trauma from wartime. Some believe it's connected to the original owner, who reportedly lost a family member during the war. Others think it could be leftover supernatural energy, possibly from a soldier who once stayed there. Until investigators return with stronger evidence, the true cause of the haunting is still unknown. The video was captured by a home security camera on December 3rd, 2021, and later shared on a TikTok account known as VJ. It's the kind of footage that quickly builds tension. The scene shows a young girl sitting on a couch during what appears to be a small family gathering or party. At first, everything appears completely normal until the calm is suddenly and abruptly disrupted. A cup suddenly lifts into the air and slams onto the floor, causing the girl to instantly react and leave the room. As she walks away, a nearby balloon begins to move as if disturbed by something unseen. No one else seems to notice, leaving the incident unexplained. Two men were spending a quiet night inside a house when an unusual noise caught their attention from the hallway. One of them grabbed his phone to record, wanting proof that what they were hearing was real. At first, nothing seems to happen as they speak in hushed voices, but then they notice a door at the end of the hall slowly closing by itself, as though an unseen presence were guiding it shut.
Hola. No mames, güey, hasta huele raro, güey. ¡Ay! La puerta. No seas mamón, Chris. A ver. No, ábrela tú, güey. A ver, güey. Oye, güey, chistaron, güey. No mames. A ver, explícame esto.
They slowly move toward the hallway, and the door almost closes on its own before they reach it. The first man waits, then pushes it open and finds the room empty, with nothing to explain the movement. They stand in silence as the house goes still. Later, they record again in the kitchen, and something at the far end of the room catches their attention.
Mucha atención a lo que está a punto de suceder con el adorno en esta casa del poltergeist. De las niñas, vengan por acá, güey. O sea, sí está perro, güey. La neta hay que estar en este rollo, güey. Y sí se siente pesadísimo, güey. Muy pesadísimo, güey. ¡Ay, no cabrón! Mames. ¿Sí viste, güey? No, te pases de lanza, güey. ¿Sí vieron, güey? ¿Qué se cayó? No mames. Güey, ¿qué se cayó, güey? ¿Qué se cayó, güey? No mames. Ah, la madre. ¿Sabes que me asusté, güey?
A dark face suddenly pops into view through an open window into the next room, appearing for just a second before dropping out of sight. The two men freeze and whisper in shock, then rush over to look. But the room is empty. There's nothing to hide behind, no matching shadows, and no way anyone could have moved that fast. The window is open on both sides, and the moment feels just like the door incident earlier, as if something in the house is watching them and choosing when to show itself. Dave C. Paranormal is led by Dave, an investigator motivated by a mix of personal interest and historical curiosity. He frequently revisits locations tied to forgotten stories and unexplained occurrences. In this episode, he explores Cannock Chase, specifically the Brockton area, once a royal hunting ground and later part of a World War I military camp. Now silent, the woodland carries the lingering presence of soldiers who trained there and never came home. Accompanied by his friend Stuart, Dave entered the forest not in pursuit of myths, but to discover whether its past still holds something beyond what survives on aging maps and weathered ground.
I've got Stuart. He's back again.
I'm back to ruin everything.
So, yes, because you wouldn't expect me to do this alone because there's too many dodgy people around. So obviously, yes. And yeah, you never know. We might pick up something paranormal. So with that, let's see if we can find this World War I camp. Let's see if we can find some ghosts or anything paranormal. So stay tuned.
It is a very windy night though.
Yes, it is. Sorry about that, guys. This is the best we're going to get tonight. It was either this or no video at all. I've only ever gone live once and wasn't very good because of the signal. Oh wow, loads of deer.
Yeah, it's one of their favourite spots, so unfortunately we will be disturbing the deer doing this investigation, but it can't be helped.
Yeah. This is the area. Right, okay. Man, it's right next to the road.
There are signs that something was here. You know what I mean?
Now, this was the area where they had the World War I camp, but they also had prisoners of war camps as well. Yeah. And I don't know if the prisoners of war camps were here or else somewhere else.
Well, they had camps all over Cannock Chase, didn't they?
Yeah.
There are signs that something was here. You know what I mean?
As they moved deeper into the woods, the quiet movement of deer reminded them that the forest wasn't empty. Soon, faint traces of old foundations and scattered bricks appeared, subtle signs of a place that once held life and purpose, now reclaimed by history.
Oh, did I ever tell you the one of the spirits is supposed to be a German parachutist?
Yes.
Or a British parachutist, whichever.
That must be a plane. Oh, that's eerie though, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
That is eerie, the way it's just...
Camera's not picking it up. Just a big... Oh yeah, it is a little bit. It's just the way that light part of the sky is gliding across. It's just the way that light part of the sky is gliding across.
They noticed a strange light drifting across the sky and briefly assumed it was an aircraft before dismissing it and moving on. It didn't seem worth stopping for. What they didn't know was that the camera had picked up a faint, unfamiliar sound in that moment.
So we're now in the wooded area, which is allegedly haunted. There are many reports online, if you want to Google it. World War I camp, Brockton, Cannock Chase. Brockton, Cannock Chase. So we're now in that area. Well, where these trees are in front of us here, I can find me light as well. I can find me light as well. Must admit, I thought this place would be bigger. But I like the eeriness of these trees. Yeah. Well, these woods are supposed to be haunted. So make something happen, spirits.
Definitely got creepy vibes to this tree, hasn't it?
It does have creepy vibes.
Well, I'm assuming there's a perfectly natural explanation of why it's grown like this.
I'd like to know. Now this has got a creepy feel.
I ain't being funny, but these like you know, spirits and demons and all that are pretty scared to come out, aren't they?
I think they have the moments, yeah. I think they have the moments, yeah. Were any spirits here with us tonight?
They don't want to show themselves for all the two of us here.
That was weird. I'm trying my hardest here to listen out for anything unusual over the wind.
Bloody hard with the wind, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I keep hearing something over there, but I would like to say it sounds like voices, but it sounds like squeaking, which I'm thinking probably branch rubbing.
As the night continued, the woods revealed little beyond creaking branches, faint water sounds, and distant noise carried by the wind. In the moment, nothing felt out of place, and the investigation seemed quiet, guided more by the weather than by anything unusual. That changed during the review. Sounds once lost in the wind now stood apart, carrying sharp tones and faint whispers that didn't align with the forest's natural rhythm. So what do you hear? Just the wind moving through the trees, or voices that were never meant to be there? Exploring with Fighters is a UK-based YouTube channel run by Danny, focusing on urban exploration, paranormal investigations, and abandoned locations with a cinematic, hands-on approach. On February 28, 2023, Danny and his team headed to Dogman Forest, an area known for folklore surrounding shadowy, wolf-like creatures. They planned to camp overnight with a paranormal group before exploring an abandoned underground tunnel system linked to reported Dogman sightings.
Cryptid, paranormal, yeah, investigations,
everything.
Yeah, a bit
everything
of everything.
in the darkness.
Anything in darkness, yeah.
Mick is part of the Winter Hill investigation team, and he's kindly come along and to share some of your knowledge and insight into what we're looking for here.
Well, you're coming in looking for Dogman.
Yeah.
And there's been reports in this area of things being seen. Now, people have never said Dogman. The words never come up, but they've seen dark shadow movements.
Okay.
They've been growled at and almost chased down the hill. They've been one person has been stalked about a mile walking down a path from the middle of the path, which is about a mile long, to the end, and got growled at two areas.
Right.
She had dogs with her. And as she was walking down, the dogs were running from one side of the path to the other. The dogs were watching something running from one side of the path to the other.
Okay.
And but they were stopping, watching, but they couldn't see anything. but you know, with dog's eyesight,
Yeah.
they would have seen this movement going from left to right. This happened all the way down this path until she got down to the bottom. When she did get down to the bottom, whatever it was, it caught her eye, and she turned around and saw it. At that time, it was a full moon.
Okay.
So it lit up this area of her field, which was about the same size as a football field at this point. And there's a tree in the middle, or a couple of trees. And what had happened is she'd seen it. She saw the movement, and she could see a shadow rushing towards her. So by the time she'd like more or less turned around to her friends and said, "Come on, hurry up," because there's like 3 of them walking down at this point. Right. It had come up and sort of growled at her to the point where she just let her dog off the lead and just ran. And they all ran to the car and shot off. But she'd come up here with flip-flops on. So, and all her toes were, you know, shredded. After trying to get back to the car.
Right. I mean,
So,
when you talk about Dogman, like, I've had quite a few people in the comments, and they're like, you know, what is Dogman? Is it a werewolf? Is it a lichen? Is it constantly like that? Can it transform? Or is it like a Sasquatch? Because I've heard rumours of that as well, that they are one of the same.
well, the thing with that is, I mean, we'll never know really, but because nobody can sit down with one and talk to them about it. So we'll never know whether it's werewolf, Dogman. You know, I think Dogman, it's more of an American term.
Yeah.
Whereas England, with
As the campfire burned, investigators shared stories of past encounters in the forest, growls in the dark, shadowy figures moving between trees, and animals reacting to unseen threats. The accounts weighed heavily on the camp, leaving the team uneasy about what the night might bring.
So, Mags, are you ready to go in the underground tunnel?
Yeah, always.
Are you sure? Have you ever done any underground stuff before? Apart from the car cave?
There when we went to car cave, that's about it.
Right, so no like man-made tunnels?
No man-made tunnels. Yeah.
Alright, okay.
There is the kayaking adventure we want to do at some point.
Oh yeah. Oh well, that will happen soon enough. Yeah. Might be best to wait until summer.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Does get cold down there.
Yeah. Still need to buy one yet as well.
Lou, if we intercept something in that tunnel, what is the best thing to do?
Down there? I have no idea.
What do
you can run, is there really?
Well,
From
no.
looking at it, it looks like there's not much room to... I'm assuming we're going to have to crouch over to fit in there.
Yeah, well, speaking from experience, normally they're about 5 foot, 5'5", the
You're not going to be
tunnels.
able to run with ease, are you, if you
No.
crouched over, so...
No, you're squatting running. But if we did intercept something, do we stand and just stand there and face it and just like try and say something, or do we flee?
One of the researchers I spoke to, he said that, again, a bit like bears, I guess, that what some people say and how dogs would, I suppose, how dogs roll over on the back and show submission. One of the researchers says the best thing to do is to just get down on the floor and like make yourself small to make
we get in the
like
water
to them. But that's just a theory, like, as is everything with these things, because nobody's ever got up close and personal enough to know, I suppose.
Yeah, true. Or I think we just ask Mark to tell you some jokes while we run away.
Give it a little tickle, it'll be fine. Don't worry about that. The amount of water taken back down the tunnel.
Well, I was thinking, you know, with the amount of water, if it's on like a slant or anything, you could use it as a slip and slide. Yeah. Like if you want to escape fast, what would be best is a little dinghy. We should have brought a little dinghy with us, the ones I use in the car cave. Yeah, just straight down.
If there was nothing actually, if we don't find anything down there and it looked quite fun, it'd be brilliant to bring something back and just get to one end and just slide all the way back.
Yeah.
To the bottom.
We'll see how much of a hill it's on first, but yeah.
Go on for longer than you think, we don't know.
Okay guys, we're about to put the waders on and go inside a tunnel. Now, I came here, it was about 10 days ago it might have been, when we did the first video, and I said I was coming along back, and you know what, I've learned now that I shouldn't do, because I do tend to have someone who follows me around wherever I go. And he has been here, and magically the gate to the underground is opened, and in his video he actually insinuated that another YouTuber has been here and must have opened it. Well, we're actually here after he's put his video out.
The team moved into the abandoned tunnel, using torches and night vision to push through the damp air and drifting mist. Wet, slippery ground and hollow echoes turned every step into a cautious one, giving the sense that something unseen lay just beyond their reach.
I've got a head torch on, but I just think it's you're going to see a lot more. There's not going to be any dark patches. Are you ready? Now's your time. Turn around if you want to.
I'm going in.
Yeah?
I'm good with following you.
Looks like it goes away down. It's quite misty down here. Oh wow, it does. So that Y section just leads into one. Oh wow, it goes away. It's quite misty down here. It's quite misty. You've got a lot of flow-off pipes here. Yeah. Wow, it ascends. We're actually ascending here.
Yeah, we are.
Guys, we're ascending. It might get a bit slippy. You can literally go down this. Put your head on the roof.
I'm watching. Press buttons.
What?
Press buttons.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Well, it's pretty slippy.
Yeah.
Everyone alright?
Yeah.
You alright, Mark? Yeah. Watch out for all the spiders on the roof, there's a lot of them. Yeah. They're all dropping down. Yep. Because of the light. The light is making them drop.
Deeper inside, the tunnel closed in around them. Water rushed loudly against the walls. Spiders clung to the stone, and the air felt heavier with each step. Nothing revealed itself, but the feeling of being followed never faded.
Come forward.
What are you doing? Don't do that.
You up, babe?
Wow, what are you thinking, Mags?
Did you hear that noise before that? Can you hear it or something else?
No, I heard like, it sounded like two thuds when I heard like a dum dum.
But I thought, no, I can't.
What, you heard that as well?
I just heard something like that. I just went there. Just ignored it.
Back at camp, the silence was shattered by two heavy thuds coming from the trees. The deliberate impact stopped the group in their tracks.
What the f***? Oh, I don't like this. Did you hear that then behind us?
Yeah, that went off and something behind us. Something moved behind us when that went off. Like something shot round to the other side.
Oh, don't do this.
We had the cat ball, the music box, and the Alice box going off all at the same time, all at once. Go. Solid as well. Solid. Somebody stepped into frame and then walked out.
A few moments later, their devices went off. A cat ball lit up, and a music box started playing at the same time, as if something had moved right behind them. The sudden activity caused panic as they turned and searched the dark. They never actually saw anything, but the night stayed tense. For exploring with fighters, Dogman Forest showed that sometimes the fear comes not from what you see, but from what stays just out of view. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can stay updated with our latest videos.